Hi, Rhett here again, and continuing the conversation or the discussion, or maybe it's just a monologue of what it is that I will be focusing on thematically as I begin my writing, which I think will be very, very soon. Hopefully, within the next few weeks, I'll be able to embark on this new adventure of mine, and I'm getting very excited about that possibility. Um, I mentioned last time, discussed last time, the conflict, or the essence of kind of our artistically between good and evil. And I think I mischaracterized my thinking on reflection. I'm not really a big believer in evil. I think there is evil in our world for certain. To me, evil is people who want to hurt people, who take satisfaction in causing other people pain. And I think to me that's evil. But I don't think there's that many people out there where that's their motivation, that they're bad people, they're evil. Yeah, I think there are some, but I think for the most part, when we talk about good and evil, we're talking about really that fundamental conflict and that fundamental tension that exists in every human being, which is how much of myself am I willing to give to benefit others? How much am I willing to sacrifice of what I have to make things better for other people? And I think when we characterize good and evil, we often say good equals more sacrifice for others, deferring our own gratification and subjugating our desires for the greater good, as it were. And evil is the opposite of that. That selfishness and keeping more of what is ours is viewed negatively and maybe persona or maybe labeled evil. And I don't think that's right. And I think I'll be exploring as I think about the world and how people are in the world. I really do believe that the fundamental issue, the crux of human nature, is that question: how much of myself am I willing to sacrifice or willing to give up so that other people can live better and to benefit other people. So it's it's sort of individual utility, if I'm going to put my economist's hat on, versus the collective utility. And I think we conflate good and evil with that basic tension of how much am I going to give of myself to others. And I think that's a really interesting question, and it varies, and it's different for all of us. And I try not to make judgments of people based on this, because I also don't believe in an objective criteria, an objective standard that we can hold people up and say, oh, you're bad because you only gave 1% of yourself to benefit others, whereas somebody else may have given 10, and I think our standard needs to be 10. I don't believe in that objective standard. I think it's we all have to choose our own path. We all have to choose our own where what we are comfortable giving, and I'm not sure that we want to judge other people for making different decisions than we would individually. So that's something I think that will show up pretty extensively in my writing, because, as I said, I think that's the core of human nature, and that's really an interesting question for me as I think about my own life, but also just how we have to live with each other in the world. That's a pretty that's pretty. I mean, that goes to the heart of our of living in a community, and look for that to show up in my stories and in my other reflections. So look forward to talking some more about this next week.